Hello and welcome to an IEU News Update. I'm Emily Barker. The revolution is over, if there ever was one. That's the conclusion of IEU General Secretary John Quessy following a close examination of the new coalition government's policies.
Well, we don't see many winners, but potentially a few losers, particularly in the early childhood sector. It looks to us like winding back the clock on a number of the gains we've made in recent years, particularly in relation to staff-child ratios, the requirements for qualified staff, particularly for teachers. Meanwhile, people on low incomes, students, these people are set to pay more in tax on their superannuation contributions than they pay on their income, and that's hardly fair. We're concerned too about the Gonski money. What was a 6-year program is only guaranteed funding for the first 4, so potentially anything up to $7 billion worth of funding shortfall.
The union says this could leave members short on resourcing but long on new work. The IEU will raise concerns with the new government and ensure members' voices are heard on issues impacting their profession. The union remains unconvinced of the wisdom of merging the Board of Studies with the New South Wales Institute of Teachers. IEU General Secretary John Quessy says the case for bringing these two bodies together has not been made out and dozens of fundamental questions now must be answered.
Well, we've got a lot of questions. It would have been good to have the opportunity to be consulted and to ask those questions, but we simply got a phone call. Now we've got to go chasing answers to the questions that we've got.
The union is particularly concerned about the future of a series of amendments it was seeking to the Institute of Teachers Act. An IEU coffee stall has proved a hit with Parramatta CEO staff while protesting the employer's failure to pass on even a 2.5% salary increase this year to CEO staff, counsellors and business managers. The union marked the last day of term by providing free coffee, information and support to more than 60 CEO staff who visited the van. Parramatta CEO staff have experienced difficult times since their employer conducted a realignment of student services last year. Members acknowledged branch and council resolutions of support and actions taken by the IEU to press for a pay rise. If the state government wants teachers to take on additional prac supervision duties, it must be made worth their while, the union has told a forum on the Great Teaching Inspired Learning Blueprint. IEU General Secretary John Quessy says the union was one of the major stakeholder groups to address the New South Wales Institute of Teachers and State Education Minister Adrian Piccoli on the blueprint.
We told the forum that the payment for providing this quality prac teaching experience hasn't changed since 1991, and yet the responsibility is markedly different. Nowhere else have wages stood still for over 2 decades. This has just got to improve.
The union is calling for a significant lift in the rate for prac supervisors. Bells will peal out across Australia to mark the start of the IEU National Conference on the 4th of October and to kick off World Teachers' Day celebrations. The ceremony will include a video message from Education International General Secretary Fred Van Leeuwen and a presentation of message sticks. The 2013 World Teachers' Day international campaign is Unite for Education, Better Quality Education for a Better World. In Australia, teachers are confronted with increasing demands but scant recognition, funding freezes and threats to conditions. The union will continue to work throughout this year and next to ensure governments commit to resourcing and supporting quality education. With this in mind, it's worth celebrating World Teachers' Day twice. While international celebrations occur around the 5th of October, this year World Teachers' Day will be officially celebrated in Australia on the 26th of October. Support staff got the lowdown on stopping workplace bullies, while early childhood teachers were urged to be nice ladies no more. These were among messages coming out of a string of major conferences held recently for IEU members. The IEU Environmental Conference included a keynote by science author and journalist Robin Williams. He told participants that when delivering difficult news on sustainability, the difference between feeling inspired and getting depressed was taking action. Support staff at the Bully Proof Yourself conference learned how to identify and take action around bullying and how to get on with the job after bullying occurs. At the Early Childhood Conference, members took literally the call to be nice ladies no more and stand up for their rights. All stood, with one taking it further and standing on her chair. That's a wrap for IEU Conferences in 2013, but there are a number of pedagogy in the pub workshops scheduled and many more training opportunities between now and the end of the year. For more information on any of these stories, plus all the latest union news, please go to the IEU website.